I'm making a really awesome dinner tonight. It's called tortellini chicken pasta, baked with garlic bread. Another director in Pampered Chef kind of came up with this. So I'm going to be using the air fryer oven to do a lot of it and a little bit in the microwave. It does call for broccoli and tomatoes fresh. I've already got the broccoli in here cut up. I've started the tomatoes. I wanted to show you with the other half of the grape tomatoes. I have my closing cut and I have all the tomatoes on the closing cut and a knife for tomatoes. I really like the bread knife. You can also use a chef's knife. And I just close the closing cut and I put the knife in between the two pieces, and then I will put the knife all the way through, run it down, and now I have all of the tomatoes cut in half, ready to go in here. Cup of the dipping oil right here. Put that on there. And all the chunky stuff, yummy. And also the garlic and herb seasoning right here. About how much? A tablespoon of that, which is about a capful. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the tray. So this will get the veggies all soft before adding them to the tortellini bake, because these will take longer to cook than everything else. I'm also going to do the chicken. So I've got chicken tenderloin here that has got the same dipping oil and the seasoning as well. So that's the garlic dipping oil and the garlic herb seasoning. And I'm going to add it to the tray that comes with the air fryer right here. And then we're going to carry this over and add this to the air fryer as well and start the timer. So the chicken and the broccoli and tomatoes are getting cooked together. There's my air fryer, and I'm going to just open this up. You can see the broccoli and the chicken's already starting to go. I need to get this in here. I forgot. Add the tray. Use my handy dandy gloves here. I love these. They're so awesome. Put that in there. And I believe it's now time to do the tortellini. So refrigerated tortellini right here. My micro cooker. Here. Okay, this is the 4-quart and has the boil over in the lid. I think that's all of it. Okay, and then I add enough water to cover. So let me go get the water in here. Okay, enough water to cover. Some of them are floating. Snap the lid on. And we're going to put this in the microwave for 10 minutes on high. So for the tortellini, I'm going to grate 4 ounces of mozzarella using our adjustable grater. This is the coarse grater, and I love it. It makes it so fast and easy. This is an 8-ounce block, so it just takes a minute to do the 4 ounces of it, which is about half of it. And then I'm also going to use that aside. I am going to then also use the zester and grater right here to do the Parmesan cheese. I like fresh Parmesan cheese. It tastes so much better, has more flavor. Okay, it calls for 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese for this and for the tortellini part, and then also for the garlic part, the garlic bread part. I'm just going to use the zester grater for that. It goes super fast too. You can see it doesn't take a lot to do it. Okay, so we're going to get everything all put together now. I have biscuits here. It calls for 2 butter flavored biscuits, but I had Grands, so I'm only going to do 1 because they're so much bigger. I'm actually using the pizza scissors for this. I'm going to cut it into these into 6ths instead of just quarters because, you know, Grands biscuits are so big. Look how cool those pizza scissors work. Y'all, these pizza scissors are awesome. And yes, you cut you can cut pizza. It's very easy and it comes out very nice. These do come apart so that you can wash them. How cool is that? Okay, so now I add a 1/4 cup of the garlic parmesan to the biscuits. Make sure you always shake it up. I have to constantly do it, especially when it's new, because the stuff settles so easily. You want to make sure you got a good bit of flavor in there. So I got the garlic parmesan, and I have 2 cloves of garlic right here. With our garlic press, you don't have to peel it. You just put it in there, and it will come right out. And there's the peel. I'll put that over here on the side. And whoops, there's the garlic right in here. So that is 2 garlic cloves. If you like garlic a lot, put another one in there. Then it also calls for 2 ounces of fresh Parmesan. Here we go. Toss this together. So that's biscuits and garlic and the garlic Parmesan oil and Parmesan cheese. And look at that. They're going to be like garlic knots. So simple. Okay, so I'm going to use the sheet pan. When you get the air fryer, you can also buy the set of extra pans that fit it. And this is the sheet pan. So I'm going to spread these out on this. And they're going to fluff up and be so yummy. Okay, all spread out on there. Set these over here. And then we're going to do the rest of it. The pasta is actually ready to go. Let me get it out of the microwave. How easy is that to cook tortellini in the microwave? And I just have to drain it. Okay, so I have the tortellini all drained and ready to go. And okay, so now we're going to start assembling everything. I'm going to take my small oven, what do they call it? Small oven baking sheet. Actually, this is the small oven baking pan. The baking sheet is what I put the biscuits on. This is the drained tortellini. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to add the Alfredo sauce to this. My scraper to get it all out. Okay. Stir that around, and then I add the chicken and the veggies to this. Look how pretty the chicken came out. It was in the air fryer for the 12 minutes. Off of here. And then I've got the broccoli and the tomatoes. Here's the broccoli, the tomatoes all roasted up as well. Very yummy. I've been sitting there cooling while I was getting the other stuff done, so we'll put those in here. Now I'm going to take you guys over to the air fryer. I'm going to show you one of the neatest features of the new air fryer. And that is the sync function, because we're going to be cooking both the chicken and tortellini with the biscuits that are going to be the bread. We're going to use the 2 different parts. One is the oven and one is the air fryer to do this. Okay, so we're going to use the sync function on the air fryer. First, I'm going to hit the sync and finish. At the bottom, I'm going to do custom low fan at 400 degrees for 14 minutes. And then on the top part, I'm going to do bake for 400 degrees for 16 minutes. Push start, and it's preheating. Then as soon as that's ready, we'll put everything in and it'll be done at the same time. So we've got the mozzarella cheese sprinkled on top of the pasta. Some more of the Parmesan cheese on here. And then I will sprinkle the Parmesan cheese on the bread bites as well. Okay, now it says add food. So I'm going to put my awesome oven gloves on. And we are going to add both things to both of them. The bread bites are going to go in the top. The pasta bake is going to go in the bottom. I'm going to click start, and you can tell it's got the top one is started already because it's a minute longer. The bottom is still on hold, and it will start it, and it will cook, and they will be done at the same time. Okay, it is ready. Both parts are done. I pretty much have my dishes done, and we're ready to take it out of the oven. And put my oven gloves on. Here's the bread at the top. Yummy bread bites. And out comes the bake. Look at that. Yummy, tasty. This also opens up all together if you want to open up both sides. So dinner is served.